You can't put a cashier's check on a credit card? Watch me. Back in the late 1990s, I was doing my banking at Solomon Smith Barney, which had a unique credit card. It wasn't a normal credit card or a debit card, it was a true credit card that wouldn't let you spend more than what you had in your checking account. This meant the money was earmarked but not deducted until the due date. One day, I needed a cashier's check for $1,500 and went to a branch of my personal bank, rhymes with Bells Bargo, across town, not Solomon Smith Barney. I had to go to the customer service desk and requested a cashier's check, planning to pay with my Solomon Smith Barney credit card. The lady at the desk, who was not particularly kind, snapped at me, saying, "You can't put a cashier's check on a credit card." I understood her reasoning, but her attitude was unnecessary. Desperate to get the cashier's check, I argued a bit, but she was adamant and almost seemed to enjoy my predicament. Then, she asked if there was anything else she could help with. Cue malicious compliance. I slid my credit card back to her and asked for a cash advance of $1,500. Back then, they used the old manual credit card imprint machines, so she had to go through the tedious process of imprinting my card, getting the paperwork approved, and doling out the cash. Once I had the $1,500 and $100 bills in my hand, she asked if there was anything else she could do. I said, "Yes, I need a cashier's check for $1,500. She started to repeat her earlier refusal but stopped mid-sentence when she realized I now had the cash. Dumbfounded, she had no choice but to process my cashier's check. I walked out with the check in hand, feeling very satisfied with outsmarting her and getting what I needed despite her initial refusal. It's a story I've cherished for decades. Edit. Some people have questioned whether or not I understand the difference between a debit and a credit card. Oh, I do. I also have a good memory. I remember how cool this card was. I know how a credit card advances money that you are liable to pay back by a certain day each month. I know that you pay interest if you don't pay off your balance in full. I know that you pay a late charge if you don't pay your minimum on the due date. Versus a debit card, the money is taken out of your account, ACH, immediately. Enter this cool card. 1. Never interest or late charges because the credit card company pulled the money from your checking account once a month on the due date. Although that money was still in the checking account earning interest, it was not available for withdrawal and was not part of the available balance. 2. Worked as an ATM card, but with a limit, I don't remember how much. But also worked as a card that I could get a cash advance, and, back then, there was no cash advance fee. The limit on cash advance was higher than that of the ATM limit. I think it was about a $2,000 limit, but I don't remember exactly. 3. This credit card also offered reward points. I used the points to get a Bose Wave radio and 2 round-trip airline tickets to Lisbon, Portugal. So, yes, I know this card had unusual rules and rewards. But it was the 90s and Solomon Smith Barney was a brokerage house, not a bank. So this account had unusual perks. I missed this account.